I'm sitting between her feet. Her right leg is behind me, and this is her left leg. The joint is free and unencumbered by my legs supporting her. If need be, I could stand behind the table, but this is much more comfortable for me. My hands and arms are positioned comfortably. So we're going to do the ankle procedure first. Move 1 of the ankle procedure is this extensor that comes from the large joint, hallucis longus. So if you are lost, you can have your client wiggle their big toe, and you can see the tendons move very clearly. Each toe has its own extensor, but the one we're really aiming for is the joint of the first toe. So slack posteriorly. Sorry, let me start again. Where we're going to make the move is at the crease of the joint, so midway between these larger tendons. We're going to find all of these extensor tendons. The foot is at 90 degrees. The finger is able to move side to side. We take slack laterally, engage challenge posteriorly, and move through the tendons as best you can. You can use your index finger or your middle finger, like so. After which we're going to use our index finger and thumb to position them on either side of the talus, which is the first joint below the ankle bone, the malleolus. So right in the groove here, and the same thing on the thumb side. So you can see here that the finger is between the malleolus and the talus there, pointing towards the heel. I'm holding the foot comfortably at the ball of the foot on the metatarsals. Again, it's at 90 degrees. So move 1 is here. Move 2 is on the lateral malleolus. We take slack onto the malleolus, engage comfortable challenge, and move distally towards the front of the foot here. Return to the midpoint, which was the space, the groove between the malleolus and the talus. Take slack towards the top of the foot, engage challenge, and move towards the calcaneus, the heel. Return this finger to the starting point, and then we'll do the move 4 with the thumb pad, this part here resting adjacent to the malleolus and the talus. We take slack towards the top of the foot and move towards the heel, like so. And what you're really addressing are all the ligaments that wrap around an injured ankle. So these ligaments can be very stretched and swollen, and the idea is to affect those ligaments to return them to their norm. So once again, move 1, move 2, and move 3, followed by move 4. Return these fingers to their starting point. Hold the sole of the foot, maybe with the heel of your hand, flex it towards the hip while engaging comfortable challenge here, and then a final jar of the joint to open the heel towards the floor and flex the joint open at the ankle. So we do that again. I'll just do it properly this time. Engage comfortable holding points. Push with your elbows held out toward the hip as far as it will go, and then a final knock or nudge to open the joint properly. That's the ankle procedure. I'm going to now use 3-inch tape, and the suppliers are listed in the book. So this is 3-inch tape. It's latex, glue, and organic cotton on top, so there's no chance of people being allergic to it. We're going to take a strip like so and create a stirrup to support any injured ligaments on that side, or we would take it the other way around and support any injured ligaments on this side. So at this point you choose which side of the foot is injured, and you start on the opposite side, so that if this side is injured, we're going to traction the tape to pull on that outside group of ligaments, pulling from the bottom of the foot here to close these tendons. So I'm going to cut a couple of strips of tape to proceed doing the work. I cut them and lay them at the ready. I'm going to need a piece to secure the tape in place, a piece that's going to go around the ankle, so I just cut a piece about 6 inches or so. So we're going to then use a third piece, but I'll explain that later. So assuming most people roll their ankle on the outside, we want to support it from the inside and the bottom upwards. So I'm going to start the stirrup on the malleolus, just above it, and securing it at the side of the foot and the ankle. And then I'm going to start stretching the tape around the heel, keeping it nice and smooth. I'm going to then turn around the sole of the foot, trying to keep this stretched tight and ready to secure. You'll see I close the joint quite strongly with the tape and turning the foot like so. Now I'm going to secure this piece of tape around the foot to hold the whole piece of tape in place, so that when the client stands, this tape holds this part of the ankle joint protected. The third piece starts on the front of the ankle joint, wraps around and pulls up another part of the ligaments. So this is quite simple. You just unravel your tape, and as you place it, you stretch. So starting on the front of the foot, we wrap around so that it goes under the heel, and then the last piece is again closing the space between the joint, and you wrap around like so. At this point I like to wrap it around the ankle joint again to secure it properly, and I can just trim any excess pieces like so. So it's not pretty, but it definitely holds, and when the client stands and relaxes their foot, it's going to hold very well. So that is the ankle procedure, followed by the ankle taping protocol. The client should wear this for up to 3 to 4 days, as long as they can, sustain it. If it feels uncomfortable at any time, they should take it off immediately, and they should find it very comfortable when they stand. You can relax your toes.